What up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're looking up to see what modifications I could do to my 2021 Jetta GLI. What up, doggy? And here we go.
Ow.
Se pega
What's
la
going
vida.
on, everyone? Today we're going to be making a video of my top 5 mods that I've done on this car. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I low-key found out about this guy on TikTok.
So kicking off, number 4 would have to be the cold air intake. And not this cold air intake specifically, because it's not really a great one. It's not bad by any means, at least I think. I don't know. Anyways, the cold air intake just really lets you hear the car better. And when I bought the car, one of the things that I really wanted was a lot of turbo noise. So this is pretty much what did that. And then when I did the turbo inlet pipe and the intake hose a little bit later, that's really what allowed me to hear the car a lot. You know, after I went stage 2.
Yeah, that's something that I really want to do. So that might be my first mod intake, but I've seen OEM filters that replaces, or it's like an OEM style filter. All right, so I mean they get pretty expensive, which I mean 150, it's not bad. I wouldn't know how it sounds like though. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but I don't know. It's for ECS tuning brand. My shit does not make 255. Yeah, I mean, that could be an option right there. That should go connected to the turbo. Okay, it replaces that plastic piece. I feel like that wouldn't be a bad mod. See, like this one, it's just like a regular filter. But I think I seen like a kit comes in with like the hose. See, this one's a APR, ARM. Bro, I know I've seen it. Yeah, this is like a factory style too. $800 for a carbon fiber. 1141. God damn, son. 1400. The cheapest option for me to get more turbo noise is the first one I showed you guys. Yeah, even this APR one is 550 pretty much. Where does this make a turbo sound? Seems like it's connected right here where the turbo's at, right? It's just a spacer.
With the ECS tuning diverter valve spacer. This little guy is super affordable and mindlessly easy to install for you DIY guys at home. It's going to give you that engaging edge to your driving experience the stock diverter valve lacks. This design has characteristics of a open to atmosphere or dump to atmosphere while maintaining the recirculating air back into the system to avoid check engine lights. So what that means is with every boosted pull or shift, you're gonna get that notorious whoosh, that turbo sound that everybody loves.
Alright, so I think that might be the cheapest way to get a more turbo noise. 46 bucks. That's pretty cool. So that could be another option. Or maybe if I combined, bro, I could have sworn I seen that kit that comes with a filter like this, and it comes with like the inlet or whatever. Here you go. See, this is one of them, but more expensive than I thought. So it keeps the stock airbox, gives you a filter, and then gives you a new, what is this called, the inlet. But I'm not sure if it gives you a if it gives you more noise. But damn, 225, might as well go with the other one. I'm pretty sure there is a cheaper one. Yeah, that shit look dirty for the picture. Should have cleaned that shit. Well, I guess the cheapest intake system would be this one, the ECS brand for 152.19, paired with one of these spacer thingies, 46 bucks. 46. This one's 49. Let's see if we could find a video on this intake. We got a little sidetracked looking at shit, but let's see what else he did to his car.
I went stage 2. The downpipe kind of helped a lot of the airflow get through, so there wasn't as much like. But the turbo inlet pipe and the intake hose along with this APR PEX intake really is one of my favorite mods just in terms of the sound. Now, if I could go back in time, I would probably have bought, you know, either the Blaze intake or maybe even the integrated engineering one. Both are pretty solid, but the Blaze definitely looks the coolest, so I like that one. Want whoosh noises, so that's why you get a cold air intake, even if it actually brings in more hot air than cold, I guess. But yeah,
That's something I had like questions on to see like what company or what brand are there people using for their tunes? Because I mean, coming from 335, you know, the two main ones were MHD tuning and JB4. I'm not really, and I guess custom tuning tunes, but you could do those through those apps, I guess. I'm not too sure what else gamers use. And I know for the transmission, I know there's XHP. I'm not sure if it's the same for GLIs. But we'll see what he says.
mod I did on the car was actually the tune. Now, my original tune
Cobb.
that I had was through integrated engineering, and I had some issues with that, which I'm going to make another video talking about, and why I switched to EQT. But, you know, the tune in general, you know, these cars come with not a whole lot of power from the factory, as I mentioned earlier, but once you do the tune, like, it completely changes the car. The way the transmission shifts, the way the power comes on, the amount of power the car makes is just fantastic. Not to mention, like, burbles are kind of fun, especially if you're in like a downtown area. You know, you can just kind of let it eat every now and then, turn some heads. It's pretty fun. It's typical Volkswagen activities, but you know, that's kind of my thought on the tune. I definitely would not have enjoyed this car nearly as much without it. I remember around 25,000 miles, I was getting really bored of it. It's like, man, I want to sell this thing. So I pulled the trigger on the tune and like never looked back. I didn't regret it one tiny bit, other than the fact that the IE tune specifically had some weird issues with the transmission, and the burbles were kind of really being obnoxious. I've had this car tuned now for 32,000 miles, so I do think I have a decent frame of reference for, you know, my experience with the car and the tune. Let's jump into number one, which honestly shouldn't really be that surprising, but ironically I waited 32,000 miles or 34 around there to actually install this mod, and I seriously wish I had done it like the first week I owned the car, but I had to get comfortable, you know, wrenching on it a little bit before I took on this big of a job. It makes a huge difference in the way the car handles and the way the car looks. That would be lowering springs. You know, from factory, there's such a large wheel gap on the car that it really does look like a monster truck. And the minute that you know, put lowering springs on it, like,
All right, let's see how much a Cobb tuning shit is. Cobb tuning. God damn, son. $770. But why is there so many different ones though? God damn. I guess this is a kit for 2,300. Fuck this one. So I guess this first one, that's 770. That flashes your ECU and unleashes the power your Audi, your Volkswagen slash Audi is meant to have. All right, so it comes preloaded with the stage 1 and stage 2 maps. So stage 1 with 91 octane, 16% more horsepower. Now we pump 93, it's 23. So I guess there's a video on how to do it, but that's crazy because this one it says with D8 DSG flashing. So that means it also tunes your transmission. There's no details on this shit. What the fuck? Maybe, you think I could find it used on Facebook Marketplace? Let's see what the video. Let's see the video real quick.
Hey guys, this is Zach with ECS Tuning, and today we've got an exciting new announcement from Mark 7 owners. The brand new Cobb access port.
Man, fuck the intro.
Okay, so first you'll connect the supplied cable to the OBD2 port and to the access port, and then it should boot up. And now you want to turn the key to the on position, just to the on position, not running. Then select continue on the access port, install, and then it'll try to connect to your ECU. Okay, now hit continue. And now you'll choose your stage. We've got an aftermarket intake and a full turbo back exhaust on this car, so we're gonna choose stage 2, 93 octane. Alright, it's recommended that you put a battery charger on your battery while you're flashing, just to make sure that low battery doesn't corrupt your ECU, especially on the initial install, because it's gonna take longer than any subsequent flashes. We're flashing now, and we're gonna speed up this video for you so you don't have to watch the whole thing, but this did end up taking us about 20 minutes. Okay, so the flash is complete, and now we'll turn the key to the off position and then back to the on position without starting the vehicle. Once you've done this, press OK on the access port to continue. The access port will then clear any existing trouble codes that were accrued during the flash, but any trouble codes should be taken care of before tuning your car to begin with. Now we'll turn the car to the off position for at least 15 seconds, and we'll be ready to fire it up for the first time. Alright, the access port gives the ability to monitor up to 6 different kinds of vehicle parameters on screen at once. Data logging can also record a plethora of different parameters. The unit can also record 0 to 60 in quarter mile times, read and clear trouble codes, and check for monitor readiness. You can also completely remove the vehicle. Now at ecstuning.com.
Damn, so I guess $700 for a stage 1 and stage 2 tune. And I guess if I want the DSG tune, it's a whole nother fucking thing. Let's see if I just put tuning. Let's see what pops up. Tuning. So then there's another one that says stage 1 integrated engineering performance ECU tune, and includes the DSG tune as well for $1,327. God damn, how this intake sounds. So that's the before stock. I don't know why mine doesn't sound like that. I mean, I guess it's more noticeable. I don't know how I feel about it. Let's see how much that runs. $63 right now. It's on special. All right, so let's add this ECS air filter for 54. You'll be at 118. So plus, let's say 47. You'll be at 165. Bro, I could have just added to the carts. My dumbass. Should I risk it and go this route? 163 for these 3 things, or get this one, which is 152, and it's right here. We know what it sounds like. All right, so let's say I go with the left, remove this one, remove the hose. It'll be 199 for these 2. It's not bad. Yeah, I think that's the cheapest option to get more noise. 497 for a catted downpipe from ARM. I'm not sure if they're allowed to sell catless. I mean, I don't see why not. Catless downpipe. What the fuck is this? What the fuck? What the fuck did I just, what did I just say? I search up catless and it takes me to a page where talking about catalytic converters and emissions. That's crazy, bro, because they're cheaper, low-key. You really are. All right, I guess it's just $100 cheaper. Catless downpipe, catted downpipe is $497. I would go catless for the simple fact that I was catless with my 335 and it sounded amazing.